So, based on the principles that we discussed earlier, here are the 4 questions that every information architect worth their salt ought to be asking, right? The first is, what is the user flow through my website? Right now, a user flow describes how potential customers navigate through your website, right? It indicates which measures they take earliest, second, lastly, and in distinctive sessions, excuse me. And the user flow assists you in recognizing the most frequent flow through your website. Now, one really awesome tool that you could use to kind of analyze your current user flow is Google Analytics. And if you want to know more about that, just hit me up and I'm happy to help you out with that. But secondly, the second question that you ask is, how does your website enable your user to assess the facts with regards to their interests, right? So, and this goes into the sales funnel, as they put it, right? So there are three tiers of that, right? There's the awareness, and then there's the consideration, and then there's the decision making, right? So they show up and they see one of your products, or they see your post on social media, right? And it arouses their interest, it arouses their attention, right? And that's the awareness phase. They click on it and they go to your website, and there they are considering your products and services within the context of a broader interest of theirs, right? They maybe looked at your competitors and they're asking themselves, is this product or service, is this website, right for me? So how does your information architecture, how does that enable those users, right, to assess the facts that you offer with regards to their interest in the most efficient way possible? So that's number 2. Number 3 is simply, how do you deliver your content, right? In which way, and in order to figure that out, it's very important to understand who your consumers are and how they disseminate information, right? What are the ways in which what are the mediums in which they consume content? And based on that, then, you really have to ask yourself, each element of my information, right? How do I communicate that to my end user in the best and the most efficient way possible? And finally, you need to ask yourself, each content that you develop, right? How is it serving your prospective consumer, your client? How is it encouraging decision making? Because ultimately, the goal of any digital platform is to sell. Is to sell your ideas, is to sell your products, it is to sell your services. So in the next video, we are going to delve more into how to make these 4 questions practical.